All right, what's going on, traders? So today we're going to be getting into gold and what it's been doing this past couple weeks. So first off, we're going to start by drawing this break of structure here to the upside, and it's tested these higher lows here at around 1450. All right, so the market here made a higher high here at 1533, then made a higher low, making another higher high. But as you guys could see here, there was no higher high made after this. The market didn't break structure here and didn't keep going up higher. It double topped. First one, second one, and then tested these boys here, these buyers. But then as you guys could see, a lower high was made. I drew this out a couple weeks ago when the lower high was made. And it broke structure, retested it, making new lower highs. Then it testing, made new lower, not a new lower high, but a double top. And finally it breaking structure again. So as you can see, the sellers are starting to come back into control. With that being said, there was no higher highs made. There was new found lower highs being made and new lower lows being made. But it's continuing to hold over 1450 quarter point. So it's now rejected 1481. This is where the mini seller zones are in control. So we're going to go ahead and see what gold does from here. But we're going to go over to the whiteboard and explain how it is that we grab our entries on gold. So first off, gold was making highs, and then it tested, and then it made higher highs. It made that higher low from this point here. So this is a higher low. Once it breaks this structure here, this is a higher high here. So this is typically where we grab our entries at on the break of structure. So for instance, when this new higher high is made, we typically like to grab our entries on the break of structure. And this new resistance that it's breaking is turns into newfound support, making higher lows, new higher highs. But once it stops making the higher highs, that's how you know the buying power is starting to slow down. So once we have a double top, this is typically when we start to see it slow down in volume and we start seeing the sellers come into play. You know you're safe to sell is when new lower lows are being made, and see how the mini seller zone, the structures are being broken. So typically in the market, this is what gold is doing. It's making lower highs. And it's testing the seller zones. It's making new lower highs and new lower lows. So typically we always grab our entries on the break of structure. And this is typically how we grab our entries.